keep it going for him, please. Please. I'm into porn, alright? Keeps you from cheating. I ain't been in a relationship in a while, but it keeps you from cheating. Because like porn's cool because you get to look up a different girl every time you get to rub one out. So porn has taken my body count from like a few women to like hundreds of women. So I'm a pimp in my own right with my own hand. Like, I got the real pimp hand out this bitch. Yeah, because a lot of guys don't have standards. It's either the highlight reel or porn. And some girls are like, what's the highlight reel? The highlight reel is where I get to review a pleasurable experience with a different female while I'm inside of you. This is why I'm down with banging big ugly chicks. Because I can bang a precious looking bitch and then in my mind I'm banging Beyonce. I'm thinking, like it's going fucking down. But no, we're going to keep this night moving. I appreciate y'all for, you know, the crowd participation and the love y'all showing. But please clap it up and keep it up for my man Michael L. I don't know what that is. Mike L, y'all, Mike L. Mike Lowry.
That's good enough. Glad I didn't wear my Erica Badu t-shirt. That would have been awkward. I think people that care about me would be surprised to find out how close I've come to leaving my house with a Hitler mustache. Like every time I shave my mustache, I start from the outside and work my way in. And then when I have just the little Hitler mustache under the nose, I'll look in the mirror for a second and go, ha, and then I'll shave it. And then some days, I'll look in the mirror for like a minute. I'm like, am I making this work? Am I pulling this off? And then sanity takes over and I'll shave it. But a couple times, I've shaved everything but the Hitler mustache and then like wiped all the shaving cream off my face, like mission accomplished, like, come on Hitler mustache, let's go knock him dead. And for a couple days I'd probably think I was pulling it off. Like, the new stash is really turning some ladies' heads. Some guys too, but that's alright. That's how the ladies know I play for keeps. No thanks, Rabbi. And I feel like all mustaches on white guys are kind of creepy, but a little mustache is just a little creepy. Like, a little mustache says, I own a van, but I'm not a rapist. I mainly use my van to help friends move. 93% of the time you see me in my van, I'm helping a friend move. And then maybe like 7% of the time planning a rape. It really should be called a helping a friend move van, if that's not as catchy a title. I've got no segue for this next one, so bear with me. I wish I had stayed in the Boy Scouts longer. Okay. I feel like I could have learned a lot more, but I dropped out after about a year. Mainly because my dad wasn't around, and there's so many father-son activities when you're in the Boy Scouts, and you become really unpopular if you're constantly borrowing other kids' dads for father-son events. They'll cut you a little slack at first, like, oh, I'm sorry, how'd your dad die? He's not dead. Oh, why is he in prison? He's not in prison. Where's your dad? I don't know. I'm sure there's a very lovely note on the fridge from him on why he couldn't be here. To the most important thing in my life. Dear Pussy. Whoops, I mean my son. Dad, another Dear Pussy letter? You wrote it in pencil. I just got a new iPod that I'm really happy about. I love my iPod. The one thing about it is that I can't defend probably half of the music on my iPod. It's to the point, because I kind of pass myself off as this like hard rock and roll all day. But if a stranger found my iPod, they'd be like, oh, a 14-year-old girl lost her iPod. Like if I was walking down the street with my iPod and got hit by a car or shot and was lying on the street dying, with my last ounce of strength, I would take my iPod and attempt to throw it as far away from my body as possible. Because I don't want the EMT finding it and judging me like, oh, that's a lot of Miley Cyrus. Some deep tracks too, that's not the radio hits. But my luck, I'd throw it, it would bounce off like a passing bus and roll right back into my dead hand and start playing like the electro-funk version of Let It Go from Frozen. I'd be lying on the road like, must shove iPod up butt so people don't find it and think I'm gay. Oh, it's halfway up there. I've been Coroner's like, I'm gonna go out on a limb, put cause of death, AIDS related. It's a hot song though, Let It Go. Disney's been killing it lately. I think my favorite Disney movie I've ever seen in theaters is probably Toy Story 3. If you thank you, yeah. If you haven't seen it, near the end of the movie, there's a scene where all the toys are in an incinerator, and they're slowly being lowered into a fire, and they've tried to get out, and they can't. And they've just kind of accepted their fate, and hold hands like they're gonna die together. It's really powerful. And like 98% of me knows, like, this is a Disney movie. They're not gonna kill off all the toys. But there's still like that 2% of me that remembers being like a 7-year-old in theaters and watching Simba's dad get trampled to death by wildebeests. That was like devastated. So it's not like it never happens. Disney will kill off beloved characters from time to time. There's been Simba's dad, Bambi's mom, Robin Williams. I've got proof. So I'm sitting here watching Toy Story 3 in theaters, and like that 2% of me starting to kind of take over. And I'm not crying, but my eyes are kind of teary, and I'm like choking it back a little bit. Just happy this isn't the 30s, and I don't have to worry about some usher coming up to me. Excuse me, sir, phone call in the lobby, shining a flashlight in my face. Like, whoa, sorry, ma'am. My mascara just running. And I look around, and everybody's kind of like choked up too. And I look, there's a family at the end of the row from me with a 5-year-old girl who's just losing her mind crying. And then maybe like her 10-year-old brother who's clearly annoyed at how much she's crying and kind of looking around at everyone like, can you believe this? It's Toy Story, they'll be fine. And he must see me out of the corner of his eye and think like, oh, well thank God, there's a fully grown adult male. Surely he's disgusted by this as well. So he kind of looks over me real quick like, can you believe these assholes? And he looks back at the screen for like a second. And then he slowly turns back over and looks at me. And I don't know exactly what I was doing, but I'm sure it was like, I wish Slinky was here to see this. And our eyes met, and the look of sheer disgust on this kid's face, like I'd really just let him down. Like if 15 years from now this kid's eating hookers and building statues out of his own poop, I'm gonna be partially responsible. Like a crucial moment where he needed to see a strong male presence in his life, and instead he got me crying my 30-year-old eyes out to Toy Story 3 into a box of Sour Patch Kids. All right, that's my time, everybody. Thank you very much. Michael Larios.
Everybody give it up again for Michael.